Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance is the Nicolas Cage movie where he finally showed the world the real Nicolas Cage. It starts off with Luther hauling ass on this badass bike to this even more badass monastery where they all run around with rifles and shit. Luther tries to warn them that he's not impressed and they're all a bunch of pussies who can't even protect a little kid.
There's only one place that is safe, that is the sanctuary.
But the head monk doesn't want to hear it.
This conversation is finished.
He's killed literally 1 minute later. So now they're running from them and shooting at him. He's trying to save them and kill them, and they're trying to catch them and kill him. It's complete chaos, and I fucking love it. Unfortunately, Luther was drinking quite a bit before this all went down.
You do enjoy your wine, Mara.
And ends up flying off a cliff, which he only finds mildly inconvenient and still manages to shoot out the tires of Abercrombie Jim Carrey, which flips over the entire fucking vehicle. No idea what happens after that, but I also don't give a shit because we then get a brief history of Nicolas Cage.
I prey on the wicked and suck out their souls.
But come on, we all saw Con Air. Everyone already knows not to fuck with you, which is exactly why Luther shows up and begs Cage for help saving some stupid kid.
This child, he's in danger.
But that sounds boring as hell, and Cage has far better things to do.
I don't save people.
So Luther tells him he can beat the shit out of Satan while he's at it,
The devil has many names.
which has always been on Cage's bucket list, so he says, fuck it, I'm in. These are who they're trying to save, and it turns out they're the worst people ever,
I notice you were looking at me.
and force this poor businessman
I'm a businessman.
to abandon his family and dignity.
I have a lot of money.
Hey, Mommy.
Excuse me.
It's not your fault, sir. She looked at you. You had no choice. These guys catch up with the homewreckers and are about to kill them. But nobody here is Nicolas Cage, so it's really hard to give a shit. Luckily, Cage senses this movie is starting to lose people, so he jogs out there at a leisurely pace. And holy shit, if Nicolas Cage pulling off a sweet jump on a flaming motorcycle isn't your thing, then go fuck yourself because there's something seriously wrong with you. After everyone gets over the shock of seeing Nicolas Cage in person, they panic and do the dumbest shit possible by unloading on him with AK-47s. All he wanted was to show everyone a good time with his awesome motorcycle tricks, but if you fuckers are gonna be dicks about it, then it's time to meet Nicolas Rage. He stares at this guy who you just know could fix the shit out of your truck with so much disappointment that he spontaneously combusts out of shame. Cage gets a little carried away, and his awesome levels get dangerously high and he explodes. Don't worry, this happens at least once a day, and he wakes up in a hospital bed, picking up right where he left off,
When you walked in, I thought I was still dreaming.
being awesome.
Look, I'm flirting with you.
9 months later, that nurse gave birth to triplets. He leaves the hospital, and while she knows that just looking at him trick ain't gonna work on Cage, she actually thinks he'll be scared of her little Glock.
Answer me!
That's real cute, lady, but seriously, how can he help you?
Please.
Next thing she knows, she's doing whatever the f he tells her to do, and she's never been happier.
Maybe you can never understand.
No, I get it.
Trust me, lady, we all get it. We then learn the devil has been many people throughout history, including Billy the Kid, Stalin, Fauci, Nandor, and apparently sassy black lady that don't need no man.
I have no idea.
Anyways, they hit up an underground fight club that has boars and shit. And even though this has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, who fucking cares? I could watch Nicolas Cage doing crazy shit in ridiculous places.
You're a bad man.
All
Why would he just take it so?
fucking day.
Scraping at the door. Scraping at the door.
Now that this guy's equal parts confused and scared shitless, Cage's work here is done, and after blowing up an excited fan, he goes for a nice relaxing ride to unwind. This guy's desperate to get as much firepower as possible,
American bunker buster.
but the arms dealers all laugh in his face when he tells them what it's for.
How many men you go up against?
Just one.
Oh shit, he just referred to Nicolas Cage as just one man. Oh yes, now you're all fucked. That worked about as well as you expect. Luckily, what they lack in brains, they make up for in stupidity, and instead of getting the fuck out of there, they decide to stay and fight, which leaves him with no choice but to go ridiculous Cage on every last one of them. He brings an excavator to life with fucking fire. What the hell is wrong with you people? So, obviously, they all die, and now Cage has to go on a road trip with this stupid kid.
That's weird.
While he's doing that, the devil finds the guy Cage just fucking wrecked and gives him a second chance, this time as the guitar player for Poison. But that all pales in comparison to this very important scene where Nicolas Cage takes a piss. And it's more beautiful than we ever could have imagined. At this point, Cage has thrown the entire script into the trash and just starts doing sweet tricks on his bike. And this movie has officially reached Nirvana. Even though the non-stop stunt driving turned their 3-hour drive into a 5-day trip, it was so worth it. When they get to the monastery, fucking Raiden's there, but his career isn't so hot right now, and he's as surprised as anyone that he was offered the role and is really regretting all those face tats.
Amen.
But we don't have time for that right now because Cage hasn't freaked out in a while and is feeling a bit antsy.
Come on.
After several hours of this, Cage is feeling rejuvenated, but holy shit, Connor McLeod is such a dick now and breaks the rules by fighting on holy ground. Just then, Poison shows up and gives them something to believe in. Raiden tries a Vulcan death grip, but that's really fucking stupid and he gets completely wrecked. Then Poison takes the little kid to see his deadbeat dad, Winston Churchill.
Do you know who I am?
As much fun as this awkward father-son shit is,
What's the matter with your face?
nobody fucking cares, and we'd all rather see Luther and Nicolas Cage with a shitload of guns.
Naughty priests.
While they're being awesome and playing with guns, all they can do is talk about how badass that whole pissing thing was.
Flamethrower.
Which isn't a surprise. The only thing that is a surprise is when they talk about anything else.
All that power.
But they don't, so it's not. Word got out that the devil was going to fight Cage, so these rich and powerful people wanted to be first in line to see the devil get fucking demolished. With headliners like Cage and Satan, they were even able to get the monks from Chant as an opening act. For their pre-fight warm-up, the devil does whatever weird shit this is, while Cage isn't taking any of this seriously and gets shit-faced. Now here we are, and it's time for the big fight. Honestly, Satan surprised me and did far better than I ever would have thought. To celebrate, Luther starts wasting all those lame-ass monks. And yeah, now this is my shit. But Heimdall gets caught by poison and dies in one of the most badass ways possible by exploding fucking headbutt. Now Cage is pissed, so the kid breathes fire into his face to relax him for what's coming next, which is him showing every piece of shit there why they call him Nicolas-Cage. Again, a much better fight than I expected. The devil finally gets his shit together and smartly runs away like a coward bitch. Since Poison wants no part of Cage, he decides to take out an unarmed woman instead. But he can't even do that right, so Cage uses his disappointed stare again with similar results. Now it's just Cage, the devil, and the kid whose name nobody cares about. Cage sends the car fucking flying, which kills the kid, leaving just Cage and the devil. Cage sends him back to hell awesomely.
Go home.
Which leaves him a little sad because now he's accomplished literally everything, and he's already over it. So he gives the dead kid's body to his mom because it's not his kid, so it's not his fucking problem.
Hell yes.